Hey, you guys, quick question. Have you ever had that feeling that something in your life just isn't working anymore? I mean, maybe it's your career, your relationships, even your daily routine. It just feels off. You're not quite unhappy, but you're definitely not fulfilled either. Anybody sound familiar? If so, and I know a lot of you said yes, this video, I made it for you. I'm going to walk you through the 5 biggest signs that you need a reinvention and exactly what to do next to get unstuck. And stick around until the end because I do have a free gift. I always have a free gift. And this one is the Reinvent Yourself Quiz that will help you pinpoint exactly where you are in your reinvention journey and what's holding you back. The link is in the description. Now, before we get started, let me just tell you about Lisa. Lisa's a client of mine. Lisa was 45 years old when we first started working together. And by both standards, she had a really great life. She had a stable career, a family. She was comfortable in her routine. And she thought she was doing everything she was supposed to be doing. But deep down, she felt stuck. She felt inadequate. She felt like she wasn't doing what she should be doing. And every morning she'd wake up, she'd get ready for work, and she would go through the motions. She wasn't unhappy, but she definitely wasn't excited about life either. And Lisa kept telling herself, I should be grateful. I have a good job, a steady paycheck. Why do I feel like something is missing? And she ignored that feeling for years, but then one day something happened. Lisa got a LinkedIn notification that one of her former colleagues had just launched a coaching business. She watched as this person built a brand, started speaking at events, and shared stories about how much they loved their new career. And for the first time, Lisa felt something she hadn't felt in a long time. She felt envious. She wasn't just happy for her colleague, she wished it was her. And that moment was her wake-up call. She realized she had spent years watching other people take risks, make changes, and create a life they loved, while she stayed in the same place, too scared to make a move. How many of us suffer from that? Now, Lisa finally decided to do something about it. She took a step back and she asked herself, what do I actually want? What would excite me again? And the planets aligned and she ran across my Reinvent Yourself quiz and she took it, and the results made one thing clear. Her biggest challenge wasn't a lack of skills or resources. It was fear. Fear of making the wrong choice, fear of starting over, fear of failing. But once she had clarity on that, everything changed for her. She started small, she explored different career paths, she joined new communities, and even reached out to a mentor, and then she found me. And within a year, Lisa had transitioned into a completely new career path that aligned with who she was becoming, and she finally felt fulfilled again. So she felt happy, she felt safe, she felt comfortable, and she felt seen. So why am I telling you this? Maybe because you're in the exact same place Lisa was, feeling stuck, unsure, and waiting for the right time. And if that is the case, ding, 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 consider this your wake-up call. All right, let's talk about the signs that you may need a reinvention too. Let's just start with the basics. What is reinvention? Before we dive into the signs, let's talk about that, like what it actually means to reinvent yourself, because a lot of people, quite frankly, just get this wrong. Many people, when they hear the word reinvention, they think it means throwing away everything you've built, starting over from scratch, building from the ground up. But that's just not true. Reinvention is not about erasing your past. It's about realigning with your future. I always like to say, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. Reinvention is about stepping into that next version of yourself, the version that feels more authentic, more fulfilled, and more in control of your life. So think about reinvention like an upgrade, right? Just like you upgrade your phone or you update, software, you need to update your mindset, your habits, your goals as you grow. Because if you don't, you're going to stay stuck in an outdated version of yourself. And that brings me to why we're here. We're going to talk about the signs that you might need a reinvention, and this is the first one. Sign number 1, you feel stuck in a routine. Every day it just feels like a repeat of the last. You remember that Groundhog movie? Or even Groundhog Day where, they keep seeing the same thing over and over. Well, that could be your life. You wake up, you go to work, handle responsibilities, scroll on your phone, might watch some TV, maybe cook some dinner, and then you do it all over again the next day. And you might even feel guilty about this. You might think, I should be grateful, right? But deep down, something is missing. Feeling stuck isn't about laziness. It's about being out of alignment with what excites you. Think about the last time you felt truly excited about something. If it feels like a long time, or if some of you are saying, I've never felt that way, well, this is your sign that you need a change. Sign number 2, you have an inner voice telling you there is more for me. You keep having this thought, I'm meant for more than this. I know I am. And you see other people taking risks, building something meaningful, and you can't shake the feeling that you're supposed to be doing something different too. This sign is huge because a lot of us ignore that inner voice. We silence it with distractions, we scroll through media, we keep ourselves busy. We tell ourselves that what we have should be enough. It should just be good enough. But here's the truth. Your intuition is trying to guide you towards your next step. And the more you ignore it, the louder it's going to get. So if you have this feeling that you're meant for more, trust it. And trust me, you are. Sign number 3, you keep waiting for that god-awful right time. And this is huge, right? Because so many of us tell ourselves, I'll make a change when I have more money, when I have more confidence, when I lose weight, more clarity, back to having more money. But let me ask you this. How long have you been saying that? Has it been 1 month, 6 months, a year, maybe even longer? Well, the truth is there is never a perfect time. Never. It just doesn't happen. And if you're waiting for the fear to go away before you take action, you will be waiting forever. The people who successfully reinvent themselves don't do it because they feel 100% ready. They do it because they take action before they feel ready. So what if instead of waiting for the right time, you decide, I'm going to make now the right time. Right now, it's going to be my time. Sign number 4, you secretly envy people who have reinvented themselves. Have you ever seen someone that's quit their job, they've started a new business, they've lost a bunch of weight, they've moved to a new city, or they've completely transformed their life? And instead of feeling inspired, you felt a little bit jealous. It's not a bad thing. Envy can actually be really useful as a tool if you know how to use it. Because envy is really just a sign that something inside of you is being called to evolve. So the next time you feel that little sting of jealousy, don't push it away. Ask yourself, what exactly am I jealous of? What part of their reinvention do I secretly wish for myself? And most importantly, what's stopping me from making it happen? That's the real question. And finally, sign number 5. I feel like we should have drum rolls or something. Sign number 5. You're more afraid of staying the same than making a change. Now listen, change is scary. That is normal, perfectly normal. But what's even scarier is waking up a year from now, 5 years, 10 years, and realizing that nothing has changed. Nothing. Imagine looking back and thinking, wow, I was having these same thoughts years ago and I still haven't done anything about it. I mean, quite frankly, that's terrifying. So if the idea of staying exactly where you are is more terrifying than the idea of stepping into the unknown, that's your sign. Fear will always be there. So what you have to ask yourself is, are you willing to let fear run your life? Now let's talk next steps, because we really want to be able to take actionable steps here, right? So if you related to 3 or more of these signs, it's time to take action. I mean, even one sign is scary enough, right? But if it's multiple, then you really need to do something. And I know that change, it can be overwhelming. So let's keep it simple. The first step is take the Reinvent Yourself Quiz. Now, I designed this to help you figure out exactly what stage of reinvention you're in and what's holding you back and what to do next. And here's the best part. It only takes 2 minutes to complete, but the clarity you'll get could change everything. So just click the link in the description to take the quiz now. And before you go, drop a comment. Which of these signs resonated with you most? Which ones have you been through and overcome? I would really love to hear your thoughts, and I'm sure it would be helpful for everybody to know that that they're not alone, that you're in this with them too, just like I am. So drop your comments below. And if this video helped you, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss next week's video on how to overcome fear in reinvention. Welcome. Your reinvention starts now.